Okay, so now we're on part four. Now I know this is a lot of stuff. Now we're going to be using this over the next couple of days. So I'm just kind of going through all the steps. We're supposed to be through step four today, but the thing is, if we don't get everything done, we'll just have to break it down in days. Um, so step four is probably going to be the bigger part of the day. It says before you begin the code, fill out the chart below, add more rows as needed. So now you're going to go into the names and the labels and what pieces are going to go in the interface. How's it going to work? This is, even though a lot of people don't think about it, but this is really a super important part of programming. Once you start thinking about all the pieces that go in the puzzle, um, you're planning out your program. You have to start thinking about stuff like, well, I mean, like data. Like I think we were talking about the NBA part. So in the NBA, I know I have to think of a variable name university. I have to think of a variable name team name. It could be just team name, and then the city and state, and then the enrollment. I have to think about those variables to pull the data. But there's also other things you have to consider, which are things that you're going to make up, like things that you want to put in there. Like say a user puts their name in, well, you want to say hi, so and so. Here's the data that you requested, or something to that effect. But whenever you put in new stuff, you have to um, like put in new labels that don't exist, or variables that don't exist, and you have to make those up. And you have to plan them ahead of time. So we're actually filling this in as best we can. It's kind of the planning process part of it. And here at the bottom we have conditionals. See, these are just variables, but this is element IDs right here. But then you got your variables right here. So try to keep them in a kind of order if you can. Conditionals: if dog size is greater than 15, append the list inside for a for loop that transverses the. So basically, it's telling you kind of what it's doing. What happens is, according to this person that's planning this program, they're going to go in and look for dogs that are greater than, I guess 15 pounds. I'm not sure what the 15 stands for, but you can go ahead and write most of your stuff here, not coding it, but kind of like an idea, like a rough, like a written out part of it, and then you can go back and code it. Then you have some loops, like for this example, it's like for var1 equals 0, and then this is kind of the loop you'll use to go to the list. Now we had we've had three different makes. We've had the list make, or the loop make, and then we've had the transversal make. So it's three of them that we've actually gone through. So think about those loops. Go look back at those codes, and it'll prep you for what we got to do today. On event, remember this is the piece right here where it says if I click the dog button, then a picture of the dog will appear. What's going on your screen? If I do this, what this is going to happen? Then your function for updating the screen. This is a big part that a lot of us still are having struggling with, but I think by the time we finish this project, we may have a better idea of what's going on. Other than that, that's all of step four, and step five I'll explain later in a few days.